We have hair products, we have makeup, we have cleaning products, we have lotion, we have all these different things that we're using on a daily basis. And so we are exposed to a lot of toxic chemicals in our life. And one of the most important things that I did on my wellness journey is detoxify my life, right? You clean up your food program, you clean up your supplement program. And then what I did, and this is something that I recommend people do, and we're going to talk about this in the class. Guys, make sure you mute yourself for me when you come into the Zoom room. That will help everybody.
Yeah, don't come out of the room anymore.
Okay, I think I got everybody muted now. And so it's very important. And what I ended up doing for myself is I ended up replacing 1 to 2 products a month. Just very slowly replacing everything in my home that was toxic with non-toxic options from Doterra. So with that said, I'm going to share my screen and we're going to start with continuing education class number 3, which is Detoxify Your Life. And the internet can be a little wonky here, so I'm hoping this is not too slow. Sorry guys, it's taking a minute to pull up. Yeah. Sorry guys, it's just being really slow. Okay, we'll try this again. And the fly is still with me. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. My computer's been on the fritz, even though it's a new computer. Okay, so we're going to be talking about toxin-free living. And you guys just give me raise your hand or a chat if you can't see it. This is called toxin-free living. And so as we just kind of discussed, sorry guys, it's so slow. I don't know why it's doing this. Let's try again. Here we go, toxin-free living. Okay, so there's 2 major sources of toxins that we're exposed to, right? Our household products that we clean with and our personal care products, as we just discussed, especially for us women. I mean, let's just go through all the things that you use on a daily basis. Shaving cream, deodorant, lotion, all the makeup, toothpaste, right? You wash your hands with soap, you wash the counter with another chemical, right? You're cleaning things on a regular basis. So those household products and those personal care products expose you to a lot of potentially really harmful chemicals in your home, especially things that have hormone disruptors in them or are carcinogens. And even from the respiratory standpoint, so for over a decade, I worked in pulmonary critical care, and we had a real problem with especially people that were cleaning homes for a living, and that were ingesting and smelling and inhaling those toxic products on a regular basis. And unfortunately, these companies a lot of times know that these chemicals are harmful, but they say, oh, you're not exposed to it that much. And I always say this, you know, I don't know about you, but if I had a jar of liquid and I said, you know, this whole jar of liquid, if you drank it, would cause cancer for you, but just take a teaspoon, not a big deal. You would definitely not take a teaspoon of that, would you? It's the same concept when using these chemical products. We don't want the accumulation effect in our body. And remember, when we put things on our skin, they're getting absorbed into our bloodstream. And if you're like me, I just didn't believe that I could actually clean cheaper and greener. I thought, well, I'm going to do this, but I'm going to have to spend a lot of money and it's going to cost a lot. And so what I didn't realize is that I could actually clean my house better, detox, and do it for cheaper. So let's talk about making the swap between your personal care products that you have now that are probably toxic. Remember, the cheapest thing from the dollar store is not the best. I joke about that because I used to buy cleaning products from the dollar store to save money, and they were the most horrible chemicals I could have used in my home. So let's just talk about some of the things that you can switch over with Doterra. And again, this is why I love the monthly ordering system, because you can swap things out every month, one by one. You don't have to do it all at once. When I was detoxifying my home, I literally, one month I would buy hand soap and cleaner concentrate. And the next month I swapped out my toothpaste, and I did it very gradually. So you can do that with a loyalty rewards program. So instead of your typical toothpaste, which has SLS in it and other things that can be harmful for you. Yes, toothpaste is toxic. Switch to the Onguard non-toxic toothpaste. And the Onguard toothpaste just got a makeover. And is really, really amazing for remineralization of the teeth. It's got clove in it, cinnamon, really awesome for the oral health. And of course, natural deodorant with Doterra. And you have a couple different scents you can choose from: Balance, Wild Orange, and Citrus Bliss. And then of course, shampoo and conditioner. Do me a favor, guys, if you're jumping into the class right now, go ahead and mute yourself. Thank you so much. Shampoo and conditioner. Yes, most shampoo and conditioner is toxic, and it has phthalates in it, sodium lauryl sulfate, and synthetic fragrances in them. Of course, doTERRA shampoo and conditioner has their essential oils in them, right? And so not only are they healthy and amazing for your hair, but they are also fantastic for smelling great in a natural way. And then of course, our personal skincare product. doTERRA has a skincare line for everyone. For instance, I have oily skin. And so I use the HD Clear line, the anti-aging or moisturizing skincare line, Virage skincare set. So I encourage you to go and check out their personal care products, because there's a lot of things in there that you can do a ditch and switch on. Ditch the toxic stuff and switch in the good, healthy stuff, which is doTERRA, which we're so grateful for, because doTERRA commits to us to never using sodium lauryl sulfate, never using parabens, never using phthalates or harmful fragrances in their products, right? So we can trust them. Now, let's talk about household products to swap out in your LRP, your monthly ordering, your monthly order. So Onguard Cleaner Concentrate literally is the best thing that ever happened to me. I used to be like everyone else, and I had a huge sink. Underneath my sink was full of chemicals: a chemical to clean the countertops, a chemical to clean the floor, a chemical to clean the stainless steel, a chemical to clean the windows. This is a lie from the cleaning industry that you need all of those. You need one product, maybe two, maybe some lemon oil, okay? We could add to this. Onguard Cleaner Concentrate is gonna save you $500 a year on cleaning products. We have done the math on that as a team. And it's better for the environment, and it cleans amazing. So that one little bottle of cleaner concentrate costs $14. And guess what? You put 3 tablespoons of that. You buy some glass spray bottles from Amazon, 16 ounce, that you reuse. You fill them with water, and then you add 3 tablespoons of the cleaner concentrate. And you guys, you can replace your dish soap for this, okay? It's non-toxic, so you can clean your dishes with it. I clean my floor with it. I clean the countertops. It's also antibacterial. I clean the windows. And then, excuse me, I take a little lemon oil on a paper towel, and that's how I wipe the windows clean. And that's also how I clean the stainless steel cleaner and the microwave and the oven and all those things. And so basically, under every single cabinet in your home, you have a bottle, a spray bottle of Onguard Cleaner Concentrate. And one bottle ends up costing you $1.40. So I buy one of those $14 bottles probably every 3 months. And you can use it straight, like for laundry stains or for, say, Sharpie on molding, like my toddler likes to do, but it gets it off. And it works great on stone countertops too, the diluted form of it. But again, that's gonna save you over $500 a year in cleaning products. It's amazing. Toilets, bathrooms, showers, everything. Sometimes to my shower spray, I will add 10 to 20 drops of tea tree oil, because that helps keep the mold and mildew at bay. And so again, your sinks, underneath your sinks, you guys, should look really simple and streamlined. Get rid of all that toxic stuff. It's really bad for you. Okay, Onguard foaming hand wash. Now, some people will look at the Onguard foaming hand wash and they're like, Eliza, it's a little expensive, but they don't realize how long it lasts. So you take that one bottle of foaming hand wash, you fill up those 2 little foaming refills, and it lasts forever because it's foaming. And so, and you guys, hand soap is one of the most toxic things that we are exposed to, that our children are exposed to. And think about how much right now in the season of coronavirus that we are washing our hands constantly, right? And so we really are being exposed to chemicals. So the Onguard hand wash is very important for living a toxin-free life because of how much we're washing our hands. Now, let's talk about candles. I know everyone always says, Eliza, don't take my candles away. I love my candles. I love the way they smell. I know I used to have them in my home, but even the natural beeswax candles, they still have to dip the wicks in petroleum. They are off-gassing chemicals into your home, I'm sorry to say. Get you some electric ones if you want the ambiance, it's fine. They look beautiful and work beautifully. And get diffusers in your home, diffuser for your office. And so what I did when I started with the Doterra monthly rewards program, every month I would buy a diffuser. I had a diffuser for my kitchen, a diffuser for my bedroom, a diffuser for my office. In the beginning, I just carried it around to every room. And then every month, because I couldn't spend all the money up front, I needed to space it out. So every month or two, I would get a diffuser, for the room that I wanted in the home to have a diffuser, my kids' room, things like that. And that's how you scent and purify the air, right? And so we're going to put oils in there in the morning, like wild orange and peppermint, to wake us up and get our day started. We're going to put oils in there at night, like serenity, balance, lavender, to help us wind down and be calm. And then the Onguard laundry detergent. This is also a concentrate formula. So while it looks like a small bottle, one bottle covers 64 loads. And so that's amazing. You're going to love that because it is amazing for clothes. And I have gone through the gamut of looking for non-toxic laundry detergent. So it's antibacterial in nature. So it gets the stink and the sweat out. And another tip is too, if you like that fresh scent in your clothes, add 10 drops of peppermint to the load. And that really gives it a nice, refreshing scent as well. And your dryer balls, right? So we're going to put oils on our dryer balls to help fragrance our clothes and sheets naturally. I love to put lavender on my dryer balls for my sheets, just a couple drops. And that way we're not using those really toxic dryer sheets that people love to scent their clothes with, right? So there's so many different things that you can use to ditch and switch in your home, is what we call it, and make the swap. And so I encourage you, when you get in there and set up your monthly ordering system, that you kind of peruse around the Doterra shop site and see what you really want to switch out, and then kind of make yourself a plan for the year of how you're going to transition your home into a non-toxic home for your family. Okay, so now for those of you guys that have attended the class, the secret word for the class is diffuser. So make sure and write that down and fill out the virtual punch card after this class so you can work towards getting your free gift for finishing continuing education. Now let's talk about a great example for a sample wellness box. That LRP is the loyalty rewards program, right? That we use to get back free points on the products that we're buying. So rather than placing a standard order, it's your account. You can go in there and place a standard order whenever you want. But if you do the loyalty rewards program every month, you can change out what you need every month, and they're going to give you free products. Now this month, there's some amazing promotions we're going to talk about that you're going to want to take advantage of, because it's lots of Onguard stuff. And so here's a good sample LRP box for ditching and switching out your stuff, right? Shampoo and conditioner. Definitely that Onguard cleaner concentrate. Don't forget to order some of the spray bottles from Amazon. They're pretty cheap. You can usually get like 3 or 4 for $10. Onguard toothpaste, Onguard hand sanitizer, right? Yes, I'm sorry, hand sanitizer most of the time has triclosan in it and can be a hormone disruptor and bad for you. And then some personal care products, right? For your personal care product needs. And then I would do a bottle of Purify or Lemon, also great to clean with. Whenever you order over that 125 PV mark before the 15th of the month, you're going to get a free bottle of oil. They have that every month. And you get your free product credits on it, right? And then this month, let's just talk really quick about that promotion this month. I know we have a slide for it, but I want to make sure I don't forget to tell you about it. It's an Onguard Wellness Box this month. And so when you spend 200 PV order this month, anytime in February, it has to be 200 PV, not $200. You get Onguard hand soap, Onguard sanitizer, and a bottle of Onguard. And so that's huge and amazing because you can take advantage of all those products for free. So what is the wellness box, monthly wellness box? It's the loyalty rewards program. It's optional. You don't have to do it. You can edit it or change it anytime. It gives you the deepest discounts on your products. In the beginning, you get back 10% on what you order. And after a year of doing it, you get back 30%. So they incrementally increase your percentage points that you get back over the year. And so you earn points back with every purchase, just like frequent flyer miles. And you can cash that in for free products, free oils. I get free laundry detergent all the time, free hand soap, and you get that free product of the month. You just have to make sure you order before the 15th of the month and that your LRP order, your loyalty rewards program order, is 125 PV. And so yes, those promotions this month, so amazing. I'm going to repeat them for you so you know them. We've already passed the 15th of the month. And so you can't get that free product of the month right now. Let's say if you went in there and did it today. But the Onguard promo, you spend 200 PV, you get the sanitizer, an Onguard touch, an Onguard bottle, and you get a free bottle of hand soap. And then this month, you also have 10% off green mandarin, another awesome one to put in your water or to clean with. It smells super fresh. It's a citrus oil. And so every month they have a product that's 10% off too. And so we're really lucky because this month is a 200 PV month. So even if you're not ready to start your monthly order, you can go in there and do a 200 PV standard order and you will still get all those Onguard products for free. But again, if you do the loyalty rewards program ordering, do the LRP, you're going to make back 20 points back on this order alone, $20 to spend towards free stuff. So it's so worth it. Okay, you guys, that concludes our super quick ditch and switch class. I'm going to talk now about how you build a pipeline with Doterra, and we're going to talk a little bit about the business side of Doterra. So if you're interested in hearing more about that, just stay on. If you're not and you're done with the content, feel free to hop off. So there's three types of people in Doterra typically. People that just want to live the Doterra lifestyle. That's actually the majority of people in Doterra. They are customers. And then there are some people that love the product so much. They're like, Eliza, I want to get my product paid for. How do I get my oils for free? And they want to share the product with their friends and family around them. Then you have people that are like me. They love Doterra as a company and the product so much and think that everybody should have them. And so I wanted to build and earn an income to not only replace my nurse practitioner salary, but then to grow beyond that. And I was able to do that in 2 years and quit my job as a nurse practitioner in the hospital. And so that's super exciting. And now we travel around the world and teach Doterra classes. In fact, I'm in Costa Rica right now. That's why there's a fly buzzing around my head. And so when you build a Doterra business, because it's a worldwide company, you can actually build your business anywhere in the world, which is really cool, I think. You don't have to do that if that's not appealing to you. But there's a lot of options with Doterra, which is really cool. So why Doterra? There's a lot of network marketing companies out there, right? Like why Doterra and direct sales with Doterra? So they're the most tested, most trusted essential oil company in the world. That's why they're number one. They have over 8.5 million customers. And one thing I will tell you is they hit $1 billion in actually less than the time than Apple did. So less than 8 years, they reached $1 billion in sales, which is actually quicker than Apple did. They are used by doctors and hospitals worldwide. And they have a record-breaking retention rate of 65%. So a typical retention rate in direct sales or network marketing is 13%, meaning most of the people buying the product are the people building the business. It's the opposite in Doterra. Most of the people buying the product in Doterra are customers, and they just love the product, and it's a need-based product, right? So it's not a luxury-based product. So what was interesting about the business is that when COVID hit, and things were rough for people. Our sales, actually, we had the highest sales we had ever had on our team in April after COVID, because we're a wellness company and because we help people be well, and people were very intrigued and interested in making sure they stayed well. And it's a virtual business, right? So we can work virtually from anywhere in the world, which is fantastic. But because of that high retention rate, it has a sustainable residual income that we've been able to rely on in my family. And in fact, my husband quit his job last July and has been helping me in the business, which is really cool. One of the things that I love the most about Doterra is their heart. They create partnerships with growers around the world. That's why they have the best oils. So they source for 42 countries around the world. And so when you buy a bottle of oil, you are helping the women in Haiti that are harvesting vetiver. You're helping the women in Somalia and Oman who are harvesting the frankincense trees. That's part of their economic sustenance. We need the oil, and they have the indigenous plant that grows the product, right? And so they have these amazing partnerships with people where they're empowering them for an income and getting the best, most pure product from around the world, right? They're a privately owned, debt-free company with no outside funding. So the same executives that started Doterra in 2008 are the same executives that are there today. And I can tell you, because I know some of them and have spoken with some of them and spent time with them, they are wonderful people. They care deeply about the people that build the business in Doterra, and they care deeply about the people that use the product. So how do you actually make money in Doterra? It's pretty simple. I call it a rinse, lather, repeat cycle. Sample, you want to sample people with oils, right? One of the first things I ever did was just sample somebody for a headache. And I was like, oh, I love this stuff. You should try it. I'm so sorry you have a headache. And I wasn't even interested in the beginning in building the business. I was working in the hospital. But people then caught wind that I was the girl that had oils in the neighborhood. And so people started coming to me all the time. Go see Eliza. She's got something that'll fix you up. And so primarily what I did in the beginning was just sample people. And then I started teaching a class, which was super nerve-wracking in the beginning because I wasn't trained on essential oils in school. I had no idea. All I knew about them was what I was learning from my little modern essentials book. And so people would ask me a question I didn't know, and I'd be like, hang on, let me go look in the book. Use this. And then I would enroll them, right? And so if you're interested in building the business, the first thing that we'd like to teach you how to do is actually how to go into your account and enroll somebody. And that's how you make commission. And then you support them. Typically, we all have Facebook groups on our team where we support our team. We have these continuing education classes every week for the rest of entirety for the future to help support people to learn how to use oils. So you can take advantage of that without having to do all that extra work. It's already being done for you. And you guys, you can earn an amazing income. People are always very surprised at the level of income that I make and other people can make in Doterra because they think, oh, you probably can make like $1,000 a month and, pay for your car and part of your mortgage, right? And I was able to earn enough income to quit my job and to have my husband quit his job too, which is pretty amazing. So you can see here the different income levels. These are monthly. And it's all about how much work you put into it, right? So if you want to recruit other people to the business and enroll a lot of people, you can make $30,000 or $40,000 a month. You can be a presidential diamond and make $100,000 a month. If you're like, Eliza, I just want my car paid for. I want my car payment taken care of. Well, you can hit Premier and make an average of $700 to $900 a month and get your car payment done. And so it's actually a pretty simple model, and it's a very synergistic model because we are, for instance, on my team, I'm very incentivized to help people grow in the business. So I get to put my customers underneath some of those teams that need to build faster. And so it's a very synergistic thing in Doterra. We're not in competition with each other. We help each other a lot. But you can make anywhere from like a few $100s a month if you wanted to over $100,000 a month. Okay, so my testimony, as I kind of have been sharing bits and pieces with you, what residual income means to me. Again, I had a great job before Doterra came into my life. I worked 2 days a week, I made a 6-figure salary as a nurse practitioner. I actually didn't have to go to work that much, but I really did not like going to my job anymore at all. I was part-time, but I was working in the ICU and had been working in the ICU for many, many years. And I just really felt like people were just dying around me all the time, and there wasn't that much that I could do about it. And I became very passionate about Doterra, their products, and natural health. Now, it took me a couple years to build up to replace my salary. It did not happen overnight. And it was something that took consistent effort and consistent, doing the same things over and over again. But it worked and it happened. And I was able to quit my job in 2017. And my team has only grown since then. And then my husband, of course, quit his job last July because we were able to also earn enough income to replace part of his salary. And so that residual income means everything to me. For instance, when a lot of people on my team had their offices shut down or their gym shut down, guess what they still got paid in? Doterra. They still got their monthly Doterra income, and people were ordering their Doterra products because they were the backbone of their home, right? Like what we talked about tonight, which is like replacing your toxic products in your home. People use that. It's not a luxury item. People rely on that. So when you share a need-based product with people, they're customers for life because the product's amazing. They get a great return on their money because they get points for free stuff. And it also helps you build a residual income business, which is amazing. And so that's my testimony. It's why I'm in Costa Rica right now. I teach classes here, Doterra classes. And it's been a wonderful blessing in my life. So how much time is involved, Eliza? People say, how much time do I have to dedicate? So if you just want your product paid for, you're like, Eliza, oh, that's great, but that's not for me. I just want to get my oils for free. I want $200 worth of oils for free every month. So we tell people, if you work your business for 3 to 5 hours per week, you can pretty easily, within a few months, build up to that income level to where you're getting your oils paid for. If you want to supplement your income, that takes a little bit more effort, right? 10 to 15 hours per week. Now, remember, I was still working in the ICU when I was building my Doterra business. I would go on the weekends, teach classes. Now most people teach virtually, but small classes in person, a lot of people are doing that now. And so I would do that on the weekends. And then to replace your income and grow beyond that, typically we recommend 15 to 30 hours per week of investment in your Doterra business. And so could this work for you? These are a couple of questions that will be helpful for you. Are you passionate about oils and the products? Do you care about people? I always tell people, if you're not interested in working with people or helping people, then a Doterra business is not right for you. You have to want to help people. And can you follow a system and get things done? So you have to be capable and committed. We have all the systems for it. Like if you came to us tomorrow and said, Eliza, I want to do what you're doing. That sounds amazing and fun. You have to be able to just follow the system that we have and get things done, and then be able to repeat that over and over again. It's really that simple. So what's the next step? What I tell people is it's great to identify what type of person you are. Where do you fall in those categories? Do you just want to get your oils paid for? Do you want to supplement your income? And how much time are you willing to dedicate to it? So it's really important to attend our more in-depth business overview. And we have one coming up this Sunday, February 21st. So reach out to the person that enrolled you. And if you're like, okay, I'm intrigued, I want to learn a little bit more, come to our more in-depth business overview, and we tell you a little bit more about how to earn an income with Doterra and earn residual income. So with that said, you guys, I'm going to stop sharing. That concludes the class. Don't forget, our code word for the class is diffuser. And if you guys have any questions, please feel free to unmute yourself or type in the chat box, and I'll be happy to answer them.